Well, there is a Greenwood Joao Felix swap that is being really looked into through by Atletico Madrid and Manchester United, and we don't know how this is gonna come in through, but he has gone ahead to come in through from not a tier 1 journalist, but I think he might have gone ahead to obviously find himself in a region of really hearing about this. Remember, Atletico Madrid has been linked to Joao Felix for some time, to Greenwood for some time, and Joao Felix made it clear to the board of Atletico Madrid that I will never come in here and do a job for the side of Atletico Madrid when you're still having this guy as your manager. He goes by the names of what's the name? I tend to forget the name of that guy, Atleti manager. Atletico Madrid, their manager is called Diego Simeone, right. I don't know why his name tends to skip off my mind, but that is Diego Simeone. Then we are having Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw, obviously trying or fighting hard to go to the Euros and obviously represent for their country. And obviously Kambwala, someone known as Sam Homewood, has gone ahead and obviously spoken to us what Kambwala is like and how he might be that next big defender to come in through from the academy of Manchester United. Welcome to this channel. This is the United Matters channel. I hope you guys are really having fun. Smash like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as don't miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Androkan David is my name, and this is the first video of the day. And I'm sorry, yesterday I gave you only 2 instead of the 3, but I think today we are gonna go 5. I tell you guys, we are gonna go 5 videos onto this beautiful channel because, guys, news is really making rounds all over. That is it. So, Muslims, barakallahu fikum. To the Christians, we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ, and continue to subscribe because we want to hit the magic number of 18,000 subscribers, right? And let's start it off from Cross Daily Star. Cross Daily Star is very much remembered for clashing with Marcus Rashford. He's the guy who put out a story that Marcus Rashford wants £400,000 a week. If not, he's going to be leaving the club of Manchester United. And Rashford came out and really replied to his tweet. I think by the time it was called Twitter. And he replied and said, this is a complete lie. It is a complete lie. Now he has told us that Atletico Madrid are willing to offer Joao Felix to Manchester United in a swap deal for Mason Greenwood. Now, Mason Greenwood is a center of attraction. And I think he's more valuable than Joao Felix. That is it. Joao Felix is a very good player, but I think Mason Greenwood is more valuable. And Atletico Madrid knows this because they know to it that for Joao Felix, he has failed to be traded to the clubs where they believe he should be going. Remember the first time in towards the winter transfer window of 2023, Manchester United was one of those, not even the winter, it was the summer transfer window. United made a bid of, I think, 70 million euros, and Atletico Madrid wanted 90. So that confirms to you that there has been a strong interest to sign Joao Felix at the club of Manchester United. And I tell you, he's really a very good player. Though I think Mason Greenwood is a better player. And in the scenario where Mason Greenwood is not expected to obviously return to the club of Manchester United, right? You understand that Joao Felix might be the real deal, and he might solve our problems on the left attacking side of the midfield, right attacking side of the midfield, and as a center forward and as a number 10. That's what you get in Joao Felix. But you'll ask yourself, are these the most important players that we need at the Manchester United side to obviously accept this swap? Or it should be money for us to get in players that we want? I think the most important bit of it all for the club of Manchester United, it's money. I would welcome Joao Felix at Manchester United on any day, but to me, I think it's money. And for Atletico Madrid, all they want is to see to it that they get themselves rid of this player. Why? Barcelona might also not go into the deal to sign this player on a permanent. Remember now, they are selling him for 60 million euros. And how did it narrow to 60 million euros? What they did was, when they are loaning this player to Chelsea, they took in like 12 million euros. You understand? And we are loaning him to Barcelona. I think it was around the same amount of money, 10 million euros, meaning that they've gone ahead to collect close to 25 million euros from the loan spells of this lad. And if they sell him for 60 million euros, they would have gone ahead to get in 85 million euros. Approximately to the 90 they've always gone ahead to call in for this player. But because Barcelona is really having problems, and we all know what those problems are going to arise at Barcelona, Barcelona cannot come out to obviously pay money for this guy, because they have to first sell and then get in these players. So now they've gone ahead to obviously go into a deal with Manchester United, and I think they're proposing it that let's do a swap. No money involved. Get us Greenwood. We get you. Get us Greenwood. We get you. Get us Greenwood. We get you Joao Felix. A deal that would have gone ahead to be fair enough, but there are factors I'm looking at that can stop this deal to happen. One, Manchester United don't want to bring in a player who earns £250,000 a week. You get? Because Joao Felix is earning that amount of money at Atletico Madrid, and I don't think that he'll be willing to knock down that price or that weekly wage to like £150,000 a week. And I think for the players that Manchester United are willing to bring on, they want them to be at that. As they are fighting the wage bill of Manchester United, from how astronomical it has been, there is no way you get away a player who earns £75,000 a week and then you replace him with a player who is going to be earning £250,000 a week, and that's almost times 3 the amount of money Greenwood was earning. So I see that as a very bad factor. The other factor is, I think we can get some more money from Mason Greenwood. If any team gives us like £40 million in Mason Greenwood, we all know that that's not his realistic price. It's because he has been having his own problems. But United might have what we call a sell-on clause when they sell this player to a team. And when you look at Atletico Madrid, it's a team that sells its players expensively. And for Greenwood, it requires him one season to blossom at Atletico Madrid, and they might even sell him for £100 million, something that United might find hard to get from Joao Felix. So I think those factors are really huge into what Manchester United really want, and I think Man United are preferring more of money than a swap deal. And Joao Felix is not an immediate player that you feel like if he's missing out in our squad, we are not gonna hit the ground running. You get? The most important players that we're looking at are central defenders and a CDM. You get? Those are the most important players that we need at the club of Manchester United. If Casemiro and Amrabat leave, that will increase the number to 2. You get? If we keep Amrabat, then we'll be needing one CDM. And Rafael Varane has gone. I tell you, we should move on another defender, and we need 2 more defenders obviously coming through to obviously shield that back line for the club of Manchester United. So I want Joao Felix, but not for the Mason Greenwood deal. All what I would love is sell Mason Greenwood, get him £40 million, have what we call a sell-on clause for him, and then the rest will come on and really go on as to plan. But bringing in Joao Felix for Mason Greenwood, I don't find that swap really great. And I think if you are the agent of Mason Greenwood, you wouldn't allow him to go ahead to play for the side of Atletico Madrid. And if I told you a well-wisher, because even this lad who goes by the names of Joao Felix left Atletico Madrid, giving a reason that Diego Simeone is not using him as he's supposed to be using him. You understand? That is it. So, and he's not improving him football-wise. So, Greenwood is also a multi-talented player that you have to obviously use to the fullest, you know? And Greenwood is not this hard-working player. If I really want to get the best from him, you need to see to it that you really give him a very specific role that is going to see him shine in the final half of the opponent. When you look at how Getafe has been playing this season, they are a possession footballing side. When you look at Atletico Madrid, they are a team that packs the bus and hits the team on the break. They don't spend most of the time with the ball. They leave the ball for the opponent, press the opponent hard, waiting for that one moment to obviously come in through to take it to where they deserve it to be. And that's what the side of Atletico Madrid is all about. So I wouldn't prefer him to go that side. I think there is an interest coming in from Borussia Dortmund, and I believe that should be the best place for Greenwood to go. Borussia Dortmund, for me, is the best place for him to go. He goes there, he shines, and the rest will go on for him. And I think United can really get a huge price. And if I don't, Dortmund comes in through knocking at the door, if I'm Man United, I tell Greenwood, I'm going to loan you to Borussia Dortmund for 1 season. You know, such that next season you get a permanent transfer. You get? He will go there, he will shine, and the rest will be history for this England international, who is planning to obviously switch his international allegiance from England to Jamaica if at all he continues performing well and is being left out and he's not playing for England. That is it. We go to Sammy Mickball. Sammy Mickball, you know, he works for the Daily Mail. He has told us that Harry Maguire has skipped a family holiday to try and recover from injury for Euro 2024. He and Luke Shaw were due to report early for the international duty on Tuesday. Now, Harry Maguire has skipped a family holiday to try to recover. Obviously, he's one of those players that ended the season at Manchester United when they're really injured, you remember? And he wants to take part in the Euros as part of the Euro squad. And the manager of England has always gone ahead to like Harry Maguire to partner well with John Stones. And it's now 6 years that these two have gone ahead to be partnering together in different tournaments. In the World Cup of 2018, we saw this young side of England coming through to partner, and we went to the Euros of 2021, World Cup 2022, and the manager still sticks with him and believes in them. That is Harry Maguire. And you would love to see Harry Maguire obviously putting up performances like he has gone ahead to put up at Manchester United, because at United, Harry Maguire has gone ahead to put in performances, good performances after good performances, and you're like, he's the guy. He's the guy in town, and you need to obviously give him the respect that he deserves as a player. So that is Harry Maguire for you, and he wants to join the English national team fully fit. So he's into the camp and is waiting to do the needful to fly to Germany with the national team, and I think he will, unless otherwise he fails to recover on time. The same applies to Luke Shaw. He's also pushing to recover on time. I brought you a story of Luke Shaw where he said that he has been criticized by the fans of Manchester United that when it comes to England, he's more really available, and when it comes to the side of Manchester United, he's not available. And people questioning his commitment with the club of Manchester United, he had a very huge reply to them and was like, what you're talking about is not known. I'm soon gonna come out and really reveal to you the setbacks I've gone ahead to gate in the due course of my way to recovery. I very much wanted to play in the final. I wanted to play against Arsenal, Brighton, Newcastle, and Man City in the final, but I couldn't. That is it. So that is Luke Shaw. And I think he's one of the longest serving players at the club of Manchester United, because he has been there since I think 2014. 2014, 2015. So it's like a decade of him at Manchester United, and he knows the values. That is it. And by the way, he's one of those players whose performances are really unquestioned every time he comes back and reports on duty. That is it. His performances are really, really top notch, and we all know that he's one of the best left backs in the world, and that's why Manchester United is like, we need to keep Luke Shaw in here. So we wait and see how that pans out, but let's talk about another upcoming defender from the academy known as Willy Kambwala. And this is what we had to hear from Willy Kambwala. This is some homeward on Kambwala. He said for the last 7 minutes also, when it was getting navy, he came down to warm up with no intention of getting on. He was just trying to get the crowd going. all he was doing was trying to start songs towards the crowd to be enthusiastic and not nervous. So, he's talking about the FA Cup final. He saw to it that the fans of Manchester United were like losing a little bit of morale to cheer up the team to the final line. And he said, you people are just jokers. You are just jokers. You should just cheer up this team to the fullest. And he went ahead to do that, and it reflected out into the best way possible for Willy Kambwala as the guy of Manchester United. He's one of those that is going to be playing for the, I think, under-21s of France, and I really have a lot of future and belief in him that is going to be one boy that is going to take us to the levels where he deserves to be as a club of Manchester United. Remember, it has been long since we got a central defender from the academy. Most of those that have gone to come in through have gone ahead to be affected by the changing in of very many managers at the club of Manchester United. Do you remember Paddy McNair, central defender, given a go by Louis van Gaal? Mourinho comes in through, throws them under the bus. Let's talk about Wanzebe. You know what happened to him. Let's talk about Tengi Mengi. You know what happened to him. Who else? Which other central defender have we gone ahead to try to groom and hasn't gone ahead to get into the first team? But for Willy Kambwala, I think if I tell you keep Erik ten Hag here, this is the central defender who is going to come in through and put in a shift for the club of Manchester United. So guys, thank you very much for watching it through. I call upon for your reactions on Greenwood Mason, Joao Felix swap deal on the cards. Should United really give green light to that? Should United really do that? And what do you make about Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw reporting early for the England national team duties? And lastly, what do you make about Willy Kambwala on the spirit he showed up when you're playing Man City in the final to cheer up the people, the fans of Manchester United who had gone ahead to lose hope in the final that we saw us beat Man City by 2-1. May the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. We sign out for now. See you later and bye-bye.